Welcome back to my food review, my fellow foodies. So, today I'll be reviewing a place called Vergel. It's over by Borough station. It's literally a 4-minute walk around the corner, so as you come out of the station you take a right, and then at your first right you take another right. You walk down the road for a few hundred yards and it's literally at the first T-junction on the corner. Now there's no discernible signs, so I made a little video outside the venue. We're outside the venue right now. This is where we're watching the football. Careful, because when we were going in we saw like 3 accidents, so I'm not sure if it's something to do with that T-junction or people just crazy that day, but yeah, be careful. The reason we went, my flatmate and I really wanted to go watch the England-Russia game, and a friend of his dropped in a message saying, hey dude, I'll be at this place called Vergel, come on down, you can watch the game and have some good food as well. So we thought, yeah, cool, let's go down there. Now, something that everyone has seemed to fail to mention to me is that it ended up being a political event that we were attending. So through some kind of crazy coincidence and someone refusing to move out the way and let us sit down where we wanted to sit down, we ended up sitting next to the Shadow Chancellor through the game and his PR and his press officer as well as his wife. We ended up sharing empanadas and talking about football with the Shadow Chancellor, as you do, right? So, over to the video. Some kind of Jeremy Corbyn rally that I got invited to accidentally. Some guesses are really, really good. The empanada can get off, so they're quite good already now. They're waiting to be fried. And in case you didn't believe me that we were hanging out with the Shadow Chancellor that day, I took a sly little cheeky video where I had to slide back and lift my camera up and kind of do that with it to try and get him in on it. So check it out. Taste. The empanadas were delicious. I was a big fan of the empanadas con queso and the empanadas con carne. Essentially, it was very reminiscent of a Jamaican patty, in terms of the texture and the way that the fillings go in there. So what they would do with the empanadas, they'll deep fat fry them and then serve them to you. And I have to say, the empanadas con queso was brilliant. It's freshly melted cheese in the middle, the pastry wasn't flaky, it was soft, again, without having to be crusty or flaky. And I like that, it didn't cause a mess. And as you bit into it, it was absolutely delicious. And the best bit was, there was a little bit of grease just inside that cheese. And I know it's really not good for me, and I really know it's going to make me fatter. But hey, I didn't care, it tasted so good. It was like a little bite of heaven almost. Empanadas con queso, very much like a patty. You bit into it and you had this moist, juicy meat full of spices, and it was just so good. It worked so well together with the outside layer. So the empanadas are absolutely brilliant. We had the empanadas with spinach and ricotta as well, and I have to say I wasn't a big fan. For taste, a solid 8 out of 10. So, customer service. Before I go into it, check out this pricing video. Did you notice how on the wall it said £2.90 per empanada? But we got charged £3.80, and no one was willing to explain to us why we were overcharged. And they were willing to stand by, hey, it should be £3.80 an empanada. But why in the world on your wall does it say it's £2.90 per empanada? That frustrated the living daylights out of me. If you got one published price, you stick to it. I was angry, I really was. I was wound up by that. I thought it was completely unethical and immoral. Now, I was going to give them a 2 out of 10 for customer service. However, I'm going to lift that to a solid 6 out of 10. Even though, well actually, I shouldn't even give them a 6, I'm going to give them a 4. And this is why. Throughout our evening there, they kept making mistakes with our orders and weren't able to take our orders down. And the problem with the orders is that the people behind the counter didn't really speak English. And that's an issue, especially when you've got a busy restaurant going on. You need people to be able to take on orders as quickly and efficiently as possible and get things done. They messed up one of our orders and ended up giving us spinach empanadas. We didn't realise until we bite into them. You look at an empanada, you don't know what's in the inside until you bite into it. But thankfully they did the right thing when we went back to complain to them, and they gave us our empanadas con carne instead. And they said, hey guys, you've already bitten into it, keep the spinach empanadas. So we got one for free. So because of that, I'm going to bump them up to a 4 out of 10. I'm going to give them a solid 8 out of 10 for cleanliness, because, do you know what, the place was solidly clean. There was nothing that stood out to me and made me think, oh my gosh, this place is so dirty, or I can't believe how filthy they are here. There was nothing wrong with it. It was actually really clean. So I'm going to give them another solid 8 out of 10. Now, value for money. If we had gotten the £2.90 per empanada, I'd say, guys, head down there, great value for money, and they'd be getting a solid 8 or maybe even a 9 because of where they are, the location, how much it must cost them, and also creating the empanadas. So I would have given them a better mark, but because they bumped us that night and I still feel robbed here, I'm going to give them a 6 out of 10 for value for money. If it was £2.90 and you stuck to the price, you guys had actually, marketed it at and promoted your empanadas at, you'd be getting a better grade here. So I give them a 6 out of 10. Overall, I've got to give El Vergel a 26 out of 40. Now, would I go back? If I happened to be in Borough and I was in the area and I was hungry, I would go to El Vergel, especially if they're going to charge me £2.90 for an empanada. However, am I going to go out of my way to go all the way to Borough to then go to El Vergel? No. Even though they've got parking outside, I'm not going to drive up there and drop my car off and go, hey, let's go get some empanadas. Because I'm still angry. I'm still annoyed with the whole overcharging thing. So no, I wouldn't go back. So guys, a little bit of an update. I'm going to do a few new series. Rather than just the reviews, I'm going to start doing product reviews as well. My guilty pleasure is flavoured teas. I really like flavoured teas. So whenever my sister or a close friend goes away, they always come back with a flavoured tea for me to try. And if I'm staying somewhere I can get away with it, I seem to nab, you know, a little flavoured tea here and there and pocket it and get home and try it out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start trying out flavoured teas on a weekly basis and just reviewing them to let you guys know what I think of these flavoured teas. So if you've got a bit of a tea habit like me, then you know kind of what brands to look out for and what teas to be looking out for, or the ones I like, and you can kind of feedback as well on what you guys like too. There's another series I'm going to be doing. I'm going around the world to try food with my friend OG Bush Girl, and there's a little twist to it, but it's going to be a lot of fun. So if I get to 250 subscriber mark by the end of next month, I'll be doing something very special for all my subscribers, just to say thank you for the support. If you like this content and you want to see more London-based reviews and independent reviews as well, not like types you get in Time Out London where they're fluffy and, you know, they're trying to butter up Time Out London, but if you want real reviews from real people who are real foodies out here, then please subscribe. If you want to see more diversified food content, subscribe soon, because I've got some more stuff coming out and a few ideas that I'm just going to go out there with. Yeah, guys, if you like the video, like it. If you want to comment and feedback, and, you know, write to me about stuff, comment. One of the best ways to get to me. And also, hey, if you like the content, you know someone who does, then feel free to share, because I've got a lot more coming. Hey, till next time, guys, have a good one, take care, and keep enjoying your food.